Good afternoon, everybody. My name's Rob Yandrick with Eriez Magnetics, and I'm here to, we're going to host the how to create the best vibratory solutions with Eriez Magnetics. I'm the Vibratory Product Manager at Eriez, and so what we want to review with you today is the broad range of vibratory solutions Eriez has to offer, and the various features we can incorporate into those designs, and how we can help you create the best solution for your specific application. What we're going to do, because of the short time frame of the presentations, 15 minutes, we are not going to hold questions and answers during the session itself, but we're going to roll right into the chat on the Pack Expo show site immediately following. All right, so to move right along. All right, so Eriez manufactures a broad range of vibratory solutions, and so we're going to outline why you would want to use an Eriez vibratory solution for your application. For those who aren't very familiar with vibratory, vibratory is a effective means to gently feed and convey almost any dry solid material, and even some that are wet in dewatering applications, for example. Many features can be incorporated into a vibratory conveyor or feeder into one design, which we'll review some of those options. And it's a very flexible design. Many features are offered, so it can be utilized for many packaging and processing applications, as well as being easy to integrate. Eriez offers a broad range of solutions, whether it's electromagnetic designs or mechanical. So so that gives us a lot of tools in our toolbox. And we have standard designs to custom designs as well, of course, and sanitary welding, sanitary finishes, and for other applications that are not sanitary, mild steel construction, for example, and including high temperature and hazardous environment units as well. So for those who aren't very familiar with electromagnetic or conveying, vibratory conveying at all, what I think we're going to do is we're going to show a couple short videos which will help us help folks understand the adjustability and the functionality of this equipment. And I'm going to pull a video up here. First of all, I want to show this video of a animation of an electromagnetic feeder and how they typically operate. So you can see with electromagnetic designs, we're creating our vibration action strictly through magnetism. So as we apply AC power to the electromagnetic feeder, we change polarity of the electromagnet, and we create our vibratory action. And then this is a bit of an exaggeration of a particle on a feeder tray and how it moves down the tray. Overall, it's a very gentle action. It's a very subtle vibration, but this gives you an idea of how that action takes place. And with this electromagnetic design, it gives us a lot of latitude applications we can address. Like, for example, this is a wide tray that is feeding glass beads, but if you will, it could be feeding sprinkles on cookies or candies. So we can have very finite control. And I'm going to jump to this more of a bulk flow, high capacity application for like a cereal plant. This just happens to be a photo we shot real quick out in our shop recently, but to give you an idea, so we can go quite fast on our velocity to very slow and very controllable, and anywhere in between. And I'm going to show you one more quick slot video, and that is these are actually glass spheres we were feeding in our test lab. So these are, think of them as marbles, if you will. So again, there is a very broad range of materials we can handle, and so that helps us address the widest range of applications. First, we'll talk a little bit more about electromagnetic designs. Electromagnetic designs are great for many different applications. Again, we can build trays that are very short, I mean 8 inches long, and very long, as in 400 inches long. So we can use single drive feeders, multiple drive feeders, but it helps us, again, address a broad range of applications. Very good, like for scale feeding, like we have here as one example, where we need to cycle the feeder on and off and control it remotely, remote on off with the remote enable. And again, we can incorporate many different features on a single feeder tray, whether it's like we have in the lower left corner, a mechanical conveyor with a cover and quick release handles. We can incorporate screens if we need to do some scalping or fines removal before going into packaging. Covers, bias discharge, which is a slot here in the center to move, to spread material across a belt or a bucket elevator if we're feeding it at a right angle. And again, quick release toolless cover and screen removal, so we can make changeovers quick and easy and cleaning fast and simple. Bias discharges again on the upper right corner there with the carrots, feeding shredded carrots. So we can, again, feed many different materials. And then the BFM fittings on the feeder with the tray cover for dust tight applications. And so we've seen some of the specialized tray designs, and now we have some examples of standard tray designs. Some of them are part of our Feeders Fast program, where we stock many different trays and many different drive units, and we can make shipments quickly for needs that arise in a hurry. And these are typically basic trays, stainless steel construction, as well as controls to operate the feeders, with many different features to address most all customer requirements for integration. Separating products, we have a couple examples where we're separating pretzels on the left, going to an aerober belt, or we have crackers or bagel chips on the right that are going to actually a robot picking conveyor for packaging in easy lunch type packages for kids. And again, another application where we have a wide feeder, a special build wide feeder to sprinkle sugar or jimmies or whatnot onto cookies on the left over a baking line, or feeding glass beads on the right, which is part of making film for reflective films for road signs or for markings on the road itself. So whichever the applications are, whether they're high capacity applications or they're very precise feeding applications, there are solutions available for that. And even overhead drives where the feeder driver is above the tray. On the left, you'll see where we're sprinkling a sugar onto a ribbon of caramel, as well as on the right where malt balls are being screened, chocolates are being screened, and then feeding into a bucket elevator. So nicely built for integration, whether again overhead drive or the long overhang on the feeding of the bucket elevator. Tubular tray designs as well. So tubes are very nice. You know, they're great for dust containment, you know, protecting your materials from the atmosphere. Sanitation sanitary designs with tri-clamps for easy clean out. If a screw conveyor isn't a good fit or cleanability is an issue, then, you know, pop the ends off the tube and run a cleaning rod through and you're good to go. And this is an example of a hazardous duty class 2 application where feeder for an application, maybe we're feeding seasonings for snack foods, or it's some other kind of, you know, flour, for example, where it's a class 2 hazardous environment. And those we have several electromagnetic designs that are available to address those applications as well. Materials of construction. We build typically vibratory feeders and conveyors are, you know, built out of mild steel or various grades of stainless steel, 304 being the most common, and rigidized dimpled stainless for specific applications where products might want to adhere to the tray, you know, maybe sliced potatoes or something that has a high surface tension, or a gummy worm would be another good example. Plastic covers, you know, so you can see the product for easy inspection. Again, BFM fittings we talked about. And then, of course, the various weld radiuses and tray finishes are available as well. So it's pretty much whatever your requirement is. We just need to understand it, and we are very likely going to be able to address it for you. Okay, and again, electromagnetic conveyors as well. So where vibratory feeders are, it becomes more practical to have one larger unit instead of a multiple drive feeder. Then we get into an electromagnetic conveyor where we can put much larger trays on a single drive, and in this case, an all stainless steel construction. Mechanical conveyors. So various designs of mechanical units whenever faster velocities are required or just sheer size lends itself more to mechanical or motor driven. So mechanical, think motors. And varying designs, and again, all the same features are available with covers and quick release and screens, etc. We have a very experienced team here at Eriez. We have a test lab, which we routinely run tests. And so it helps us address a broad range of products. And we have a lot of experience with difficult products as well. In this case, ice was one example. Ice actually feeds great, whether it's typical ice or it's dry ice. And then on the right, we have a cilantro, so like a chopped lettuce, chopped cilantro, parsley, you know, difficult to move products, but we have solutions for those as well. So in closing, we want to thank you for participating, and we look forward to seeing you on the chat and answering any questions you might have. Thank you very much.